With so many scopes in today's hunting industry, I want to introduce you to Burris's new Veracity. This is an awesome scope that's going to be kind of Burris's top of the line introduction to their long range and high quality scopes. What's awesome about this and some of the key features that set this apart from other scopes around this price range is going to be the main ones. You're going to have a 5 to 25 zoom range with a 50mm objective. You're going to have a couple different turret options. You're going to have a illuminated reticle, and then you're going to have a first focal plane. So now I'll dive into each one of those. What we're looking at as far as our cap system here is closes nice and snug, but also one of my favorite features is it does come down almost to the level. And that is going to be a game changer so you don't snag it. Lower profile. These do seal up really nice. Like I said, to kind of dive into the turret system, what I really like about this is today's Western hunting, we're all wanting a zero stop, and Burris now does this. So that's what's awesome. Super crisp. I didn't have any problems when it came to dialing this. It tracked every single time and it was very accurate. There was no movement in that scope. I was very impressed. One thing that Burris does offer as well too is the option to send in your ballistic profile. So that's what I did here. Send in my bullets, send in my elevations, send in my speed, and they custom made a turret that's gonna have the yardages just on there. So if I wanna shoot 300 yards, I'm gonna go right to 3 and pull the trigger. So that's really awesome from Burris. The other thing that I really liked about this scope was going to be the illumination. It does have the knobs over here so you can adjust the brightness on the illumination. And so that was pretty awesome, whether you low light, whether you're shooting middle of the day, you want to use that illumination. It just come up as an awesome crosshair there. Really cool, really cool feature that I really enjoyed. The next feature is going to be the first focal plane. And so there's a lot of back and forth whether people like first focal plane or second focal plane. I like first focal, and so that's why I really like this scope. As you zoom in each time, it's going to have a Christmas tree reticle. It's going to have the dots on there for windage, and also going to have your MOA, you know, kind of built down into that scope. So that was pretty awesome. All in all, I was very impressed by this scope. Didn't have the highest expectations, but in the end, there was a couple of those key features that I had talked about that kind of separate this scope from the others. Again, you got the zero stop turret with the custom ballistic profile built into that directly from Burris. You've got the 5 to 25, which is a very popular zoom magnification. Then you got the 50mm objective, so it's going to gather a bunch of light in the low light conditions, which I was impressed by. I did test that, and it, you know, gathered that light, and it did exactly what I was looking for. Then also the first focal plane as well too, as well as the illumination. So that's kind of the overview of the Burris Veracity 5 to 25 by 50 scope.